What's going on, Sumolings? Thank you so much for joining us for another product walkthrough webinar. I am Lindsay, and I am joined by the team over at Coming Soon and Maintenance Mode. This is a white label ready WordPress plugin for creating and managing professional placeholder sites. It's starting at just $39 for a lifetime deal. But before we dive into the walkthrough today, I just want to tell you a few quick things. The first is that we would love to hear about your use case. We'd love to hear about your business, why you're looking into this plugin, what's your website, all of that. You can go do that in the chat room. The other thing is that if you have any questions, we do have somebody from the team on standby to answer those questions. And then they'll actually, the Coming Soon and Maintenance Mode peeps will actually be handling the Q&A today. They've taken the most popular questions from the deal page, and then they'll also be going through the Q&A box, and they will come up with the most asked questions from all of you. So go ahead and leave those questions down below so that they get answered after the walkthrough. And then the last thing is that there's a replay of this. You can watch this truly as many times as you want, but also if you need to step out, that's a-okay. All right, that's it for me. Hey, Gordon, how are you doing today?
Hey, good morning. Doing good, and you?
I am doing all right. I'm excited to have you back here. I'm going to go ahead and let you take it away. I know you don't need me for much today, so go ahead and just let me know when y'all are wrapping up.
Excellent. Thank you.
Awesome. Have fun.
Hello, Sumolings. Thank you for being here today. My name is Gordon. I work at Web Factory, and I'm one of the authors of the Coming Soon and Maintenance Mode plugin. I won't be taking much of your time, but I want to make sure you understand what the plugin is, what its value is, and how you can use it to actually save time and money. Okay, so let me switch to this. What the plugin is, what it isn't, how can you use it? The Coming Soon and Maintenance Mode is first and foremost a tool that saves you time. Now, you may be asking yourself, why do I need this? I already have my page builder, I already have my themes, I already have everything. You do. But in most cases, you cannot use those things in 2 or 3 minutes to create a quality one-page website. Now, let me give you 2 examples. The first one is, you got an idea. It's 2 in the morning. You get up to buy the domain for your next awesome project. It's going to be great. I know it is. But the problem now is that you got the domain. You want to put a website up, right? You want something nice. You want something flashy. You want to get those emails coming in as soon as possible. But you don't have a logo. You don't have any copy. Basically, the whole project is just in your head. So what happens is that you don't do anything for the next week or a month or 2 months or 3 months, and then nobody knows you have a project, right? With the Coming Soon page, you can have a page that's really nice, up and running in 2 minutes. Now, you may be asking, well, I still don't have a logo. Doesn't matter. I still don't have copy. Doesn't matter. I still don't know what it is. Still doesn't matter. You can write 1 sentence, right? With just 1 sentence, I guarantee you that by using one of our 170 themes, you can get a nice looking Coming Soon in only a few minutes. Now, the second use case, under a maintenance mode or an under construction page. What happens when you go to your site and you do a little CSS change? It's just going to take you like a minute. 2 or 3 hours in, your website is still broken. It should have taken 2 minutes, but it's taking 2 hours. And what's going on during those 2 hours? People are coming to your website and they see that it's broken. They don't know that you're messing with CSS. For them, broken is just broken, right? But if you put up a maintenance mode page, which again takes you just 2 minutes, people will not see that your site is broken. They're gonna see a nice page saying, sorry, we're down for 30 minutes. Please come back later. And that's it. That's polite. That's nice. Your site is not broken. Okay? So those are 2 of the most typical use cases. Now, let me show you how you can do everything that I said in literally a couple of minutes and save time and money. Okay, let me switch to my other screen. Give me just a sec. Okay, so other screen, other screen. Here we go. I apologize for the technical problems. Now, the first thing that I will show you is the 170 themes we have ready for you. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, I don't care how many themes you have. Correct, you shouldn't have. But what you should care about is that we have you covered no matter what your use case is. Okay, so let's say that you are launching a book. Let's see what we have. We have the book lovers template or theme. Let's say that you're launching, what can you be launching? A webinar. You're doing a webinar. Okay, let's see what do we have for webinar. We have the webinar agency theme. It's ready to go. And we have the marketing webinar theme. Again, ready to go. So the only thing you need to do here is change a few lines of text and you are good to go. Let's say that you are starting something food related. Okay, here's a food store theme. You may need a logo for this, but we got you covered with a great image, and here's your contact form or your email form. Basically, you're collecting emails from day one, and everything's ready and set for you to use. Let's see if we have any. Okay, this is a very, very popular theme of ours. A lot of customers are using this. No logo, no copy. You can really use this in 2 minutes. The only thing you have to decide is how far off are you with the project and configure this percentage. Let's see what other familiar use cases would be. Weddings. Weddings are always popular. So we have this one. So you're doing a wedding website. You just need a date and 2 names. You can do that. If you can't do that in 2 minutes, I don't know what you can do, right? So again, regardless of your brand, your niche, your company, the business you're starting, is it tangible, non-tangible, brick store or not, we have you covered with these 170 themes. There's also a link on our website with the, let me find it, yeah, showcase. These are real sites from real people using our plugin. So have a look what you can do so that you don't think that, you know, our themes are fake or anything. This is how people use it, real people like yourselves. I'm going to end this segment with telling you that we publish 4 new themes every month. We've been doing that for, I don't know, like 2 years. So you can rest assured that new themes will be coming continuously. Okay, now let's head back to the dashboard. Now, this is our remote dashboard. This is a place where you control and configure all of your coming soon websites. Now, obviously you can control everything in the plugin itself, but this is a central place where you can see all of your sites. And I know that a lot of you create sites for other people, for your clients, so it's important that you have all of your sites in one convenient place. Now, what you can see on the screen here is that I have 2 sites. One is a localhost site, so I don't have the stats and I can't remote control the site because it's on a local host. And I see, for instance, that I'm using an old version of the plugin, which is in red because it's never a good thing. However, this site of mine is using the latest version and I have access to stats. Now, no additional software, no additional configuration, works out of the box. So no Google Analytics, no nothing. You install the plugin, bam, you have stats. How many people each day, top countries, top browsers, top devices, and traffic type. It's very convenient, it's very fast, and again, it goes with our 2-minute setup theme. You don't need anything extra, you just need our plugin. Now, what's going to be the most interesting thing for you here is our remote actions. I can enable the coming soon mode on this site from the dashboard. I can go into the admin of the website. Obviously, that's not a problem, but why would I do that if I can do everything from one centralized place? It saves me a lot of time, and if I have 100 sites, I always have the list of sites and I have them in one convenient place. Now, this is also a place where you can control all of the licenses. That's why we have the block site button here, but I'll get into that a little bit later. What I want to show you is one of our most prominent features, and that is rebranding. So, as we said at the beginning, this is a completely white label experience, white label product. You can rebrand it any way you like, any way you need, and you can make it your own. Now, let me show you how that looks. So this is how the plugin looks in its default state. It's the Coming Soon and Maintenance Mode Pro, made by Web Factory, and we have our support widget here, and you have a link to our site here. So basically, we're not hiding anything. This is our plugin, and that's it. However, what do I mean when I say that you can make it your own? You go to the dashboard, you create a new brand. For now, let's say we're gonna use the blue one, the fancy Coming Soon. You open up licenses. This is the license that we're using. You hit Edit License, and you select the fancy Coming Soon brand. Hit Update License. Now, I'm going to remotely push that change to my website. Sync and validate license. Okay, we wait a second. We're done. Go back to the plugin. I reload. Okay. Give me just a second. And we basically have a new plugin. This is now the fancy Coming Soon. It is made by the Best Company Limited. There's no more Web Factory branding. We changed the colors, we changed the appearance, we changed the menus. Not only that, but you have the ability to enter your own support text, to enter your email, your address, your everything, to add your own videos. You can distribute this plugin to your customers and basically tell them that you build it. That way, you build extra value, you can charge customers more, and basically, let's be frank, you look cooler because you have a plugin of your own. Again, let me demonstrate how easy this is. I go to brands. Let's say we added this green one. It's called the Easy Coming Soon, let's say version 3, okay? And what else can we do? Company name, Best Company Ever Limited, okay? And I'm gonna change this text a little bit. This is some new text, okay. And I update the brand. Okay, so it's called the Easy Coming Soon version 3. Now, again, I go to licenses, and this is my active license for this particular site. And I pick the Easy Coming Soon version 3. Hit Update License. Then we go to Sites. It's this one. And we resync the license. Now, if you don't want to manually resync the license, you can just wait for a few hours for it to happen on its own, but we want to be fast. Okay, we go back to the site, we reload, and this is now the Easy Coming Soon version 3 by Best Company Ever Limited. Easy peasy. Okay, while we are on the topic of licenses, on other plugins, you get one license and you need to use it with all of your sites. With Web Factory plugins, it's not like that. You can create as many licenses as you need. You can add them edit them, delete them, do whatever you want with them. So I click add new license. Let's say I choose the key type license, and I say it can be used on 5 different sites. Okay, it's valid forever. Let's say this is my new license. This is a note just for you. And then I pick all of the extra features that I want to give to this license. I can also pick the white label option. That means that it's still the Coming Soon brand, but we remove all of mentions of Web Factory. So it's something between a branded experience and rebranding, something in between, something you can do really fast, just hit this box. And you create and activate license, and that's it. You have a new license that you can use. Obviously, you can delete it, and that's it. Now, another thing we have are domain-based licenses. That means that you enter a domain name here. I'm going to show it in a sec. And you don't need a license key. How does that work? No, let me show you. So I'm going to enter a domain name for my current website. So it's WP-Dev14. And I'll say, okay, it's valid forever. And I hit create and activate license. Okay, so there is no license key here because it's a domain-based license. Now we go back to our site license and we deactivate. Okay, product deactivated. Now I hit keyless activation and it's activated. That's it. There's no license keys, nothing to copy, nothing to paste, and nothing to write emails about, nothing to give to your clients. Works out of the box. They don't even need to know that there's something, you know, regarding licenses or licensing at all. It just works for them. At the moment when you don't support that client anymore, you can either delete the license or you can simply block the site here. I'm going to block this one. Okay, and now that site is not able to use any license from your system at all. It's very fast, very convenient. Okay, let me now switch to the plugin itself and show you what do we have there. Now, starting off with the dashboard. It's the same stats you saw in the remote dashboard, but they are in the plugin as well as a convenient feature. Nothing to configure, nothing to set, no additional software to install. This is here and it works. Amen. SEO, again, completely built in. You don't need Yoast, you don't need any third-party plugins. This is a very simple page that you're building, and you have all of the SEO features that you need. You can even put a targeted keyword in, and we'll tell you how optimized the page for it is. There's also additional options like the option to exclude search engines or block search engines. It depends on your use case. We don't use these features often, but they're here. What we do use often is the favorite icon and the social preview image. You'll definitely want to configure those. If you have your Google Analytics tracking ID, sure, use it. Why not? If you don't have, as I already said, built-in stats will do just fine. Themes, we already went through these. 170, we have you covered. How complicated it is to use any of them? You click activate, continue, that's it. Foodie theme has been activated. Here's your preview button. That's it. Literally 2 minutes, you have a theme active. You can change it. You can change wherever you want in this theme. There are no locked in features. So not only text, but images, effects, everything. You can change whatever you like. There are also user-made themes. So when you create your own theme, just click save. My theme number, let's say 5, click save. And that's it. You have your user-saved themes. You can later on export it, send it to your clients, send it to your friends. Not a problem. It's yours. You can do whatever you want with it. Moving on to our builder. Now, I know a lot of people get frustrated with cumbersome and complicated builders. Ours is nothing like that. We only have the features that you truly need. It is as simple as this. You find it on the right-hand side, you drag it on the left-hand side. You need to, I don't know, let's remove this. It's removed, remove this, we remove it. So as simple as it gets, you don't need a manual for this. Now, for those of you saying, where this is too simple, I'm used to something else, not a problem at all. You can pick and use any other third-party builder that you want. Gutenberg, Elementor, Beaver Builder. We're not judging. If you like Elementor, build a page with Elementor, like I have here, page will be built with Elementor, and I click Save Changes, and that's it. I'm now using a page built with Elementor for my coming soon page. Now, we don't recommend that per se because we are advocating, you know, a 2-minute setup, which you can't really get with Elementor. But why not? If you like it, you know, who are we to say no? Next thing on the agenda, images. Anybody who's ever Googled images knows how complicated that is. It sounds trivial. You just enter a keyword in Google and it gives you a great image. No, it doesn't. It gives you a shitty image, and then you have copyright issues. That's why we integrated Unsplash and Deposit Photos into the Coming Soon plugin. We have millions of photos for free. Some on the Deposit Photos are not free, but if you bought the AppSumo Deposit Photos deal, you can get that by using your credits. Now you're asking, well, how many images do I have here? Is it really millions? Let's try out New York. Okay, so for New York, Unsplash gives us almost 23,000 images. Let's see Deposit Photos, New York, almost 500,000 images for New York. I think that you're surely going to be able to find something for yourself. How do you use those images? Well, you just click Use Selected Image. You wait a few seconds for the image to be downloaded. Okay, waiting. And there you have it, an image of New York for your Coming Soon page. Okay, what do we do now? Can we add a filter? We sure can. So all of the fancy filters you know from Instagram or Facebook, you can use them here. Black and white, not a problem. That's good. You hit Save Changes. Okay, and let's see how that looks on our preview. Bam, it still looks good. Now, for every module we have, so the logo, the header, content, and the progress bar, you can configure settings on the list here. And we have conveniently marked each module with visible or not. So the divider is not visible because we're not using it, and the logo obviously is visible because we are using it. It's as simple as that. Now, moving on to one of the features that anybody that builds websites for others really needs, and that's the ability to have a Coming Soon page active while you are continuing to work on the client's website. That means that the whole world sees the Coming Soon page, but your client sees the page or the shop or website that you are working on. You don't need to give them a username or password or anything. You just give them the special link. So let's say preview link. Okay, you set it here, save changes, and you just give the client this secret access link. You can also whitelist their IP, but I find that much more complicated because then I have to ask clients for the IP. What you can also do, and this is a very powerful feature, you can individually pick and choose which pages on the site will be under the Coming Soon mode and which won't be. That means that you can basically have only a few pages locked under the coming soon mode, or you can have just a few pages whitelisted. Everything is here. You just enter the list of URLs and the plugin takes care of the other things. You can also password protect your coming soon page. We don't use that as much, but clients requested it, so we added it. And under advanced, like I already mentioned, you can export settings and themes so you can send them to other people. We also have the option to edit the default WordPress maintenance page. Now, for those of you who have never seen the default WordPress maintenance page, I don't blame you, because that page is basically active for a second or two while you're doing updates to your WordPress site. But if you want to make it look nicer, here's an option for that, and you can easily configure it. Okay, obviously, custom code. If you have some custom CSS, custom code for the header, custom code for the footer, you can enter it here. It's an advanced feature, but I know some of you are definitely our advanced users, so you can take advantage of that. Those who cringe on the mention of code, not a problem. You don't have to touch it. It's really not an issue. Okay, let me have a look at the questions we got so far. Give me just a sec. Okay. Some very, very, very nice questions going on here. Let me start from the last one. Secret access link limit time. At this point, we don't have that feature. I'm assuming that you're asking if you can create a secret access link that's going to be valid for a minute or two or a day. We don't have that option yet, so it's valid forever. However, please check out our public roadmap. Add that feature, vote for it, and we'll add it. It's not a problem. All of our development is user-driven. Okay, Garrett, can we use SVG as a logo? That is a great question. And to be quite frank, I never tried it. So the answer is, I don't know. A bit ashamed at the moment, but I don't know. Garrett, please email us. In the meantime, I'm going to test it out. If the SVG does not work, we're going to add that feature. Not a problem. Javid, if I'm reading this correctly, wants to know, what about Divi? Divi, Elementor, Gutenberg, Beaver Builder, we love them all. Not a problem. You can use it 100% and build your coming soon pages with it. Continuing. Okay, thank you very much for the nice comments regarding the agency features and the dashboard. And now Martin, if I'm reading that correctly, sorry. So he's using Beaver Builder. Okay, so the main advantage of our builder is simplicity. And it's purpose-built to create coming soon pages. So the modules that we have are for the coming soon and maintenance mode pages. The modules that we don't have are those that you don't usually use with a coming soon page. When you're using Elementor or any other page builder, those are not purpose-built to create coming soon pages. They are universal, overall great web builders, page builders. So you can create anything with them. Definitely coming soon pages as well. But since they're not purpose-built, I don't think you're going to be able to do anything in 2 minutes unless you find some ready-made templates. With our thing, with our coming soon plugin, as you saw, you can really be done in 2 or 3 or 5 minutes, because this is a specialized tool serving only this one purpose. However, let me emphasize, people have built sales pages with our plugin. I actually think, let me share my screen again real quick. So So this is our showcase of user-built pages. And let me see what we have here. I'm quite convinced we have some sales pages. Okay, what I didn't mention is that we obviously have, okay, let me switch here, a module for your social icons. We have hundreds of social icons, everything's covered. I know a lot of people ask about that, so that's definitely not a problem. We have social icons covered. So this is an example of a page with a video background. I personally prefer a static image background, but I know a lot of you like videos. So an example of a user-built page with a video background. Okay, here we go. I think this was a sales page. Yep. So not exactly a sales page, but it has a really big contact form, and you can use it to, get those early signups in there. Okay, a great question coming in. What email autoresponder software can we use? A short answer, any one you like. We have built-in support for MailChimp, which is directly tied to their API, but we also support a universal autoresponder. That means that any autoresponder that generates an HTML form, the only thing you need to do is copy paste that HTML form here, and we then pull out all of this data, and you simply use that form on our site. Works flawlessly. Or if you prefer webhooks, we support not only Zapier, but a lot of the new platforms that have recently come out as the Zapier competitors. So it's a universal webhook. We send out the name, the email, the date, everything you need, and you can then hook up to any other module or software that you have. Next question. How about a payment donate module? Again, we would love to do it if you can add it to our public roadmap and enough people vote for it. We're gonna get it in, not a problem. Now, if we're gonna do PayPal, that basically means just one button. If we want to use some other software, well, then we just have to decide what's most popular for Sumo links so that we can get that in. But again, we're gonna leave links to our Trello roadmap somewhere, or just go to our documentation and you'll find the link there. Vote for features, add features. We want your feedback. Okay, another question coming in. Come on, somebody's typing something. Okay, no, it's not a question. It's my people telling me that we have no more questions. Let me quickly go back to the dashboard one more time and show you something. So I'm now on the main page of our dashboard when you have overview of your purchases, licenses, and sites. And this is your 2-minute getting started guide. As I said, it really is 2 minutes. I'm not exaggerating with this. You download the plugin, upload it, activate it, and that's it. The only thing you need to do is hit this gigantic off on button. Or, as I said, you can hit the same button from the list of your sites, just remote action, enable coming soon mode, and you're done. Purchases. A lot of people mistake purchases with licenses. As I said, with our system, you can create as many licenses as you need, but the purchase is what defines your limits. So we had one question asking what the limits are. Well, the limits depend on your AppSumo plan. So you have tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Obviously, tier 3 is most popular because it gives you unlimited site licenses and all of the fancy stuff we just discussed. But the limits are defined on your purchases page. So licenses come and go. You can create as many as you need. Like this one, it says max active sites reach for this license. So yeah, I maxed out on this one license, but I hit add new license. I say I want a license for 88 sites and I click create, and then here I have a new license for 88 sites. It's that simple. So when you see this red note here, you're not maxed out. You just maxed out on this one particular license and not on your whole account, because if you go to purchases and check max sites, you see that it is unlimited. Okay, let me check one more time with my team to see if we have any new questions. Ivan, please. Okay, that's it. Well, we basically really wrapped this up quickly, and Lindsay is back as
Ready
well.
for me to take it back from you?
Yes, we are ready. I hope everybody had a good time. We had some questions. I think we went over things, and thank you
got
everybody.
through all the questions in the Q&A box. That was the quota. You did it.
Okay. Now, obviously, anybody who has any questions for us, in the dashboard and in the plugin, let me share my screen again. So in the dashboard and in the plugin, whenever you need us, lower right corner, here's the support widget. You immediately get the documentation, but on the Ask tab, you just need to enter your question and hit send message. That's it. Some of the 5, 6, 7 of us, whoever is online, we really answer very, very fast. The same thing in the plugin, the same widget. Please don't hesitate. Put whatever you need here and let us know, and we'll get back to you ASAP. That's it from me. Thank you everybody for your time, and we're wrapping this up.
We'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for showing that. Everybody does love to know how they can get in touch with you. So Sumolings, you saw that. You could always leave questions on the deal page, of course. But most importantly, we want to see your reviews on the deal page. So if you have not already, you can go to appsumo.com. It's a long web address, so I'm just going to tell you to go search under browse right now. For coming soon in maintenance mode, it's starting at just $39 for a lifetime deal, and is of course backed by AppSumo's 60-day guarantee. So you can go ahead and get set up, played around with it, see what you can create. And of course, we want to know. So go ahead and let us know in the comments what you've made and how you're liking it. We've gotten some great feedback today in the chat room from Sumolings. This appears to be a very beloved plugin. So thank you so much for bringing it to us and for hanging out with us today, Gordon. It was great to have you.
Likewise, thank you for having me.
You're awesome. And thank you, Sumolings, for hanging out with us. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.